Everybody, we're back for something a little bit different today. It's a deck we've kind of covered before. This is kind of a Primeval Titan-esque deck. Similar to the other Indomitable Creativities deck which we covered before. This list was originally by StudyP, and I don't know that anyone's really done any iterating on it. The main card that was kind of in contention when we did it was Strike It Rich, which is basically like pay 1 mana, create a treasure. Made it a little bit easier sometimes to hard cast your Primeval Titans like a turn early. Like sometimes you'd go Strike It Rich on 1, flash it back on 3, cast Prime Time on 4. Kind of give you a secondary plan to just Indomitable Creativity into whatever, which is kind of nice that you're not like completely stuck by potentially not being able to target something if your opponent's keeping a bunch of removal up, if they have shatter effects, etc. Beyond that, you are a creativity deck, so you're using things like Hard Evidence, Prismari Command to create treasures to target, as well as things like Dwarven Mind to create tokens to target, and then you're trying to creativity into a Primeval Titan. One of the nice things about this version of creativity is creativity for 2 really has some value, whereas some other builds doesn't necessarily. Like in the Grixis version, obviously you have access to multiple copies of Archon. In the Velomachus version, targeting for 2 only really means you can flip the 1, but then you don't really get to flip the second one. Then some decks were doing things like Emrakul and that, so there was some utility in that. And then beyond that, you are the almost all mountain mana base along with the Dwarven Mines. So, you can, kind of power through Blood Moon just by playing big 6/6s, or, sometimes Prismatic Ending with some treasures can allow you to unlock on Blood Moon. But primarily, you are a Valak at the Moten Pinnacle combo deck in that regard. Sideboard, trying to shore up some weaknesses. You got a bunch of counterspell stuff in Veil of Summer, Flusterstorm, Mystical Dispute. Obviously, Lightning Bolts and Timely Reinforcements for any type of aggressive shenanigans. Shattering Sprees for any type of Hammer Time or Affinity-based stuff. And then Aether Gust, another card that's probably a little bit in contention, as it's not particularly good right now. It's not the most mana-efficient answers to Darcy's and Ragathans. And overall, somewhat of an ineffectual card unless you're against opposing Primeval Titan decks. So, it's another card to kind of watch and see as we're playing this along with Strike It Rich. Are these cards that we'd want to continue playing in this version as we try to play it out a little bit more. So that said, that's holy wowzers. That's a lot of that's a modern or Origins event that we already queued for. So let's see how this does. Hopefully we'll find a match soon. Like I said, not the most interesting deck for a lot of people, but I really liked iterating on this style of deck before, and love a reason to bust out the Primeval Titan promos here. So, this is similar to the 4-color Velomachus list in that you're playing a lot of the same cards, but you're not. Sometimes you can combo win instantly. Sometimes you don't get so lucky, but so sure opponent good luck. We're up against Prodigy J28. Yeah, that seems fine. A little bit slow on the draw, or on the play, but should be fine. Opponent might be thinking we're on... oh, so they might be a blue deck. Interesting. That'll send up some red flags, but, you know, whatevs. So blue-white control, perhaps. We just jam here, force them to actually have a Teferizzle. Do you specifically have the card Counterspell? Looks like you do. Nope, just Snapcaster Mage. And I just passed the turn without ticking up or down one way or another. Seems good. That was dumb, because Valakut's not a mountain. All right. One, two, three, four, five. I think we just overload our opponent's mana next turn. Okay, deals 2 damage to target creature. Target flare. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 potential mana. Alright, just pass the turn. Sure. Yep. Get what? So we already have 1, 2, 3. So we just get Valakut plus Mountain. Just get one of the Triomes, I guess. Alright, and our opponent scoops. Nice. What's up, Jan? How you doing? Not a fan of the deck, though. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, it's more of a weekend thing than anything else, really. So Veil seems decent. Mystical Dispute seems decent. Flusterstorm might be okay. Puzzling Teferis are going to be kind of annoying. Bolt's kind of whatever. So what cards can actually go here? Prismatic Ending seems fine. Strike It Rich seems fine. Maybe a couple copies of Hard Evidence here. Or maybe it's just supposed to be Hard Evidence, period. Let's do it like that. Hand seems alright. Not the most exciting, but I don't know if I like Strike the Rich or not. It's definitely one of the more questionable cards, we'll put it that way. I mean, it's the possibility of it like ramping is real, but like the rest of it's just kind of very questionable. Hopefully our opponent doesn't just like 3-fairy us here and bury us in card advantage. Looks like they're not 3-fairing us, so that's a good thing at least. Okay, is our opponent going to do something on end step? Alright, well, if they counter this, it's kind of whatever. I don't particularly care. You're really going to counter this? Sure. Like, I legitimately don't need anything here. But, you know, whatevs, to each their own. Just cycling Shark Typhoon? Sure. Feels like it might be a little light on land drops, perhaps. Opponent is blowing a lot of Flusterstorms here. So I guess the problem with creativity itself is Veil doesn't protect against Bolt, which our opponent did show us last game. So no reason really to do anything yet. Sure. More access to it. And you don't necessarily have to ramp into it to do it. No, but sometimes the problem with the breach decks sometimes, or that kind of stuff, is just sometimes that... so what am I doing here? Do I even have anything I want to loot away? Not really. Well, that at least makes things more interesting, I suppose. I'm just sitting on a quadrillion counter spells. One, two, three, four. What's up, Space Marine? First ever response video. Interesting. Curious. What do they... Probably named Balakid here. Okay, sure. We have 3 copies of Prismatic Ending to potentially deal with that. It's a dumb thing about Prismatic Ending, right? Is it just like answers so many random things. Sure. Alright. And that's one of the advantages of this over some of the other things is Indomitable Creativity is just a one card kill. I think it's perfectly fine as a sorcery, quite frankly, because it is such a powerful and flexible card. So I'd like to play it first. He's talking about Prismatic Ending, aren't you, Space Marine? I guess I'm all again with only a 1-lander. His hand's got a lot of looks at things. I think we actually put back Dwarven Mine. Why should it be an instant? Flagstones with Kahira. I have no idea what's going on over there. Most of the time, Ragavan is played at sorcery speed. It wouldn't do anything against Living End, so that's kind of irrelevant. It almost kills nothing in Living End at all. Was our opponent considering... Are we up against Mel, perhaps? Probably be on Luris if they were a Mill deck, wouldn't they? interesting. So, fetch land, Dwarven Mine, fetch land, play fetch land, crack it for, I don't know, Steam Vents, I think. Play Hard Evidence. What were you and Yama going back and forth about? This is a prismatic ending on a crab? Or a clue? Oh, circling Shark Typhoon, sure. Yeah, it also costs 2 mana, and not every deck can afford that. Why? Oh. Okay. So we're in danger. Got it. Oh, no. We're up against the, I know what we're up against now. We're up against, what's his name's, Spike's pile. Well, that's, that, as they say, is a pretty good draw. I haven't watched the video, but a good example of a control deck being tier 1 is the 4-color Omnath Uro pile. And that really was bad for the meta overall. Especially that style of control deck. But I haven't heard his arguments, nor your arguments, so I'm not going to weigh in much further than that. That's just the one specific example I can think of. I honestly think the biggest problem with control decks in general is they just have such a miserable play pattern to play against for a lot of people. And I think the secondary problem, I think when control really becomes a problem is when... The heck is this? Oh, they must have mistapped for Teferi, right? Yeah, I was going to say... This is a Teferi talk, right? Has to be Teferi talk. No talk. Oh boy. Guess they could have Solitude, perhaps. Yeah, I was going to say, they had to have Solitude here, or they're just, like, flat out dead. Wait, what? Didn't they plus Teferi? Okay. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Just roll with it. Blue, red. Expressive iteration. There's a prime time. Put a Prismari command on bottom. Yeah, I did that wrong, but you know, whatevs. Should have put Prismari Command in hand. Or Prismari Command Exile, I mean. I don't understand what our opponent's doing, like, at all. Yeah, Bloodsun's obnoxious. I actually screwed up. We don't have... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we don't have enough mana to set up. So I actually screwed up. Because I don't have enough green mana, so... Punt, 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 punt. It's hashtag punt. Sure. Turret, destroy turret artifact. Turret player draws 2 cards. Oh, lose all abilities. Wonderful. Don't suspect this will resolve. Alright, well, not really interested in playing this game after I massively punted there. So, definitely want these in. Definitely want the Flusterstorms in. What was in Spike's stupid list the other day? Google. Stream Decker. Just got Lotus Field. Potentially has Ragavans, which are something to note. Force of Negations, which are something to note. This hand seems fun. Okay, so they didn't bring in the Ragavans, which is good to know. Nah, no reason to go in with the crab just to be cheeky. Sure, that's what you feel you need to do. Yield. Okay. I'm gonna have to use my no button on that, friend. Huh. So do I just jam it here and hope they don't have Solemnity or Force of Negation? I feel like the answer is yes. Okay. They have to pitch. They pitched a fairy. Okay. All right. Draw 2, discard 2. Treasure, or do we want to go? We go draw 2, discard 2 on a treasure. Nah. We just pitch those. Force pitching cryptic command. Okay. Last card, a sharp. What? Okay. Considering cryptic commanding bouncing a mountain here. Could have gotten a Dwarven Mine, but I want to be able to cast a Titan. Should we draw it? That's like one of the worst draws in our deck. Okay. Opponent could play Kahira and still have Cryptic Command up. counter this. Gotta tap for blue, not black. There you go. Sure. This is where I really kind of regret not getting the second Dwarven Mine. Obviously, it'd be awkward if we couldn't cast our Titan, but at the same time, it's also kind of awkward that we can't deal our opponent 2 damage a turn, and feels like we're giving them too many draw steps. Okay. Okay, draw 2, discard 2, deal them 2, I guess. Gotta keep the prismatic ending just in case they have a Blood Sun or top deck a Blood Sun. Hey Nexus, how you doing? Or Brian, how you doing? I don't think we really need any additional treasures at this point. Yeah, Kahira's kind of whatever. So you're dead. Okay, cool. I'm gonna say, like, legitimately just dead. Got it. So now that we know they didn't bring in the Ragavan plan, does that change how we sideboard at all? Not really. Yeah, hand seems fun. I'm glad you're doing well. Glad people are tuning in a little bit for this. No, it's not people's favorites. Okay, sure. We take those here. We take those. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I mean... Arid Mesa pass. That doesn't really tell me a whole lot. Alright, well, I mean, that plays here, I guess. Don't forget to play my next land drop, I guess. Okay, are we up just against good old Jund? Nope, Mardu of some kind. Oh, we're up against Dredge, got it. Getting a little chilly in here. Creeping chilly. Alright. Just let them have their fun this turn, and then we get them for a bunch next turn. Sure. Thug. Opponent gets to live their thug life. Okay, we're going to 12 here. It's a ghastly amount of bloodghasts. So can we kill them next turn is the question mark. I don't think so. So let's do the math. We're going up to 4 mountains next turn. We get to get 2 Valakits and then 4 triggers. It's really only 1. So I think we just grab basic mountain here. Draw. No, we're going to create a treasure and deal 2 damage to the bloodghasts, I guess. Do that. Do that. Do that. At this point, we just want to stay alive, so we kind of got to be careful a little bit. So target this, leave a chump blocker, target this, yes. Do that. First Titan gets the Valakits. Second Titan wipes their board. Doing this more to stay alive than anything. Because I think if we live long enough... Oh, I screwed up massively. Well then... I needed to get another green source for the Titan. I keep doing that. I really got to stop doing that. Are we just dead to conflagrate anyway? So they can go up to 11 cards in hand. Have to go down to 10. Yeah, I think we're just dead. I guess we're basically dead no matter how they slice it here. And then they just can flag us for the kill. So I guess it didn't particularly matter what we did here. Fireball! Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, we died on turn 4. So, timely reinforcements seem reasonable. Bolt doesn't really do a whole lot here. Fairy doesn't do a whole lot because most of their stuff's at sorcery speed anyway. I select to play first. Handsome's fine, if a little questionable. It's pretty bad when you, okay, Shriekhorn, sure. Wow, that's a hit. I mean, no dredgers, but it's still pretty good flips. Alright, they got... opponent kind of got it all there. Okay, so Thrilling Discovery, I'm guessing, or Cathartic? Cathartic. Pitching Loam, and or are they just conflagging us? They might be conflagging us as long as this is taking. Cathartic, okay. It's kind of terrifying. With anyone who thinks that Golgari Grave Troll should ever be unbanned again, this is a good example of why just an uninhibited graveyard-based deck is just kind of annoying. I mean, we could be dead on 3, maybe? Is there a world where we're dead next turn? Yeah, there's actually a very good world we're dead next turn. Did we even take a point of damage this game and we're still possibly dead on 4? No, we're dead on 3. Oh, you know, just when you think Dredge is like, Dredge isn't that serious, then you get dunked like this. It's just kind of like... I'll definitely be piling more burn here. The problem with, like, doing things from chat is, like, nobody has the same opinions, so it's kind of like roulette, almost. It just gets miserable right quick. The problem with that, and in some ways we've already kind of done that, The problem with trying to find the optimal list of burn is the dispute about Ragavan and... Yeah, we're not keeping this hand, I don't think. Is there any world where I can keep this hand? I don't think so. This hand's at least... I mean, this hand isn't much better, but at least we get some looks and things. So, we'll get rid of a Scalding Turn, I guess. Okay. Up against turn 1 Ragavan. Feels... Nope. Dredge again? The funk is up with the Dredge decks all of a sudden. Smooth operator or not, that's a lot. So apparently I'm going to be punished for not having Graveyard Hate in my deck this league. Seems to be a thing, I guess. Cathartic. Or they bring Ox back. I guess they could bring Ox. Yep, it's Ox back. Alright, fair enough. That's just... So I'm pretty sure no matter what we do here, we're dead, so... Don't really think any of these cards particularly matter. Problem is, if I play Hard Evidence here, then, like... we have no chance of trying to combo on 3. Yeah, I think this is just a miserable matchup without Graveyard Hate. Alright, well... bring in the Timelies and pray, I guess? Don't know what to do here, unfortunately. Okay, well, hopefully that'll buy us enough time. Okay. Apparently our opponent needs to conflagrate to get stuff in their yard. Or they just drew Thrilling Discovery. I'm not sure which. Oh boy. Opponent with all the power. He's doing this to put some chump blockers in play. I think we willingly accept this particular hit. See if our opponent conflagrates them away. Nope, just more Thrilling Discoveries. Yikes. So well, we're dead on turn 4 again, despite 2 timely reinforcements. Conflagrate, target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. One, two, three, four, five, six. It's quite scary how much power they can put into play. But why all of a sudden are there so many frigging Dredge decks? Like, I literally haven't seen Dredge in months, and then you see it twice in a league back to back, and you're just like, okay, what just happened? To a certain degree, there are some decks that just literally don't care about what Dredge is doing, too. It just hasn't popped up in so long. It's just like, okay. I'd like to play first. This hand seems fine. Okay. Tran. Okay. Please pass the turn. Please pass the turn. I'd like to take my turn now. Give me a land now. So, Stomping Ground, Flashback, Strike it Rich, and hope we top deck a land, I guess. Opponent's like, what is going on over there? A lot of it depends on what's being played. I really haven't played enough Modern this week to know. Well, we hit the land, but not like the land we actually wanted. A feeling we're going to get thunk nutted. Yep. Opponent's got a thunk nut. What do you take with your thunk nut? Presume you take one of the prime times, right? Yep. Just keep our life total as high as possible. It's not a terrible draw, I suppose. Okay, so how do we best play around our opponent doing the thing and killing our Primeval Titan? Okay, Smasher is the most likely play they could have here, and I don't know that that one particularly matters. Okay. Yes. I probably missed lethal in here somewhere. Just to make sure that our Titan doesn't die. Eldrazi Temple, sure. That's kind of scary. Draw a card. Okay. Eldrazi Scion. Sure. Don't think that matters much. Might be able to all his dust, but the damage is done. Three, 4, 5, 6. Moving the ineffable. Yeah, that's not definitely going to be enough. Sure. Sure. Alright, so 2 damage, draw 2, discard 2. Alright. Alright, 2 damage, and a little bit of information on the way out if they choose to let the spell resolve. Alright, so don't think anything else in the sideboard kind of matters here. Bolt can probably come out. Hard Evidence maybe can come out. Maybe a Strike It Rich on the draw. Uh, His hand doesn't have a whole lot going on for it. Alright, we're blowing up a map on one. At least I think. I think we're just blowing it up, but with what is the question mark? Oh, poor opponent, you did not learn your lesson. Maps on one are no good around these parts. Well, I'm kind of glad we got rid of the map when we did. Alright, well, we're starting at 14. Seems like a good life total, right? Sorcerer's Spyglass, sure. Activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Okay, so they're probably going to name Teferi Time Reveler. Sure, whatever. Like, legitimately, it doesn't matter. Like, why would you bring this trash in? Okay, Thought Not Seer. Probably have to take Creativity. Hope we miss. Yikes. Definitely took the wrong card. Definitely took the wrong card. Just saying. Just you took the wrong card, friend. You took the wrong card. You took the wrong card. You took the wrong card. All right. So, I don't know that we really learned a whole lot other than our deck can't beat Dredge without Dredge hate. People wonder why Creativity over Through the Breach and whatnot. I mean, it's just a different shell. Strike at Rich seemed fine. Not gonna knock that one. Ether Gust felt really bad. Didn't play against a single deck that mattered. Timely Reinforcements, probably fine. Probably want some Graveyard hate. Although next time we won't see a Graveyard deck. Just because that's Magic. We got the 3-2. Beat a couple of control decks. Lost to Dredge twice. Beat E-Tron. E-Tron doesn't tend to beat decks that go over the top of it, and this deck definitely qualifies as something goes over the top of it. Not really a whole lot else to say today, so we'll definitely get back to some burn in the next stream, probably of the Boros variant, because no one seems to care about the Rakdos variant. Beyond that, I want to thank everybody for hanging out today. Rithvik, Brian, Jan, Space Marine when he was in here. Kind of figured it'd be kind of a quieter stream with what I was streaming, but this is a deck I wanted to get back to and test a few things. Strike It Rich does seem powerful, just ramping into stuff. Rest of the deck seems pretty reasonable. Don't really have a whole lot else to say. So, thanks for hanging out, and as always, this has been John for MTG Nexus. Hope y'all have a great day. Hey, no problem, Brian. Appreciate you stopping in.